Hi, welcome back to the Dylan Rounds case. Welcome if you're currently here to the live premiere. Appreciate it. Today, going to be continuing on the discussions with Dylan Rounds' legacy, sharing with you the latest posts and updates by Candice Cooley regarding the legacy and the upcoming event, I believe June 10th, to do with like raising money for K9 group unit, which has volunteered whilst trying to search for Dylan Rounds. We're going to look at a few posts there on Facebook. We can check the comment section out as well, see what other people say and how they react. You know, the reason why I want to keep up with this trend is, as well as acknowledging the current news with Dylan Rounds and the legacy, sometimes if you read in between the lines, like within the comments, you might get an interesting question which Candice Cooley responds to. If we can get some very interesting information from an 8-month-old post, like how we did in recent time, then anything is possible. And that's what we will be doing today, okay? And then later on in the video, split down the middle, divided later on, we're going to be looking at a Warlike Wrath story time as told by Salty Pancakes. Give it a read, see what it's all about, and go from there, okay? If you haven't already, make sure to check my previous video out. I will provide a link down below in the pinned comment section, as well as some additional links if you wish to visit them, okay? As we do go along in this video, feel free to share your thoughts, opinions, reactions in the chat. Maybe more so recently, there might be less focus, though some people still try to remain focused. So shout out to those people. As for original and long-time viewers on my channel, I understand it can be messy at times like this when you have waves of new people coming on in, but sometimes it will iron out and improve, okay? And at certain points, if you need or if you want the odd outside of the box video like how we've done in the past, if that helps, then maybe we can do that. Just see how YouTube is, because as you know, YouTube is still kind of screwing me over here and there, okay? As I said, I'll provide updates down the line when it does improve, okay? What I think I'll do first within this video is check the comment section of the last video I did, kind of to do with Dylan Rounds and some other stuff. It will tie in with this video regardless, so it's under control. See if any questions need answering, any additional new information, go from there. Allow people to join on into this live premiere. There's a couple or quite a few last night that did join pretty late, so by doing this section here, it might enable people to catch up in time. And yeah, once that's done, then we can go onto Facebook and see what's going on with Dylan Rounds, okay? I'll just arrange it to the newest comments, and we start from the bottom. Linda, interesting, go figure. Ronald Cully, faulty flapjacks. Who's Ron talking about? I don't know. The word flapjack was used towards Bella V. She's used it herself, not quite sure. Badger Life saying, and his sidekick, Jimmy Crack Con. Interesting name. Interesting. Beth Hammond saying, you have no clue what Salty Pancakes GoFundMe is for. Certainly has nothing to do with his financial position. Thought I would tell you before all the lies start. Well, basically from last night, we did do a poll and it was an open one. Free will, vote what you think. Is the GoFundMe genuine? Is it a scam? Or do you not know? And about 82 to about 92% said it was a scam. So there is that. But at the end of the day, it all depends who's watching the videos at the time, right? If there was more pancake viewers watching my videos secretly or overtly, then maybe the results would look different. Then, Badger Life. I believe Badger Life has become a member on my channel again. Correct me if I'm wrong, but shout out to Badger Life. As you can see, her badge has saved. Her progress has been saved whilst being a member on the channel, which is all good. So that's good of YouTube as well. Badge is saying, Salty Pancakes has no clue on what it takes to run a drone. FAA rules, licenses, plus for a real drone, it's well over 10 grand. A Walmart drone is worthless. Well, I myself last night was thinking, is $10,000 enough for all of that? Fast Eddie strongly believes it's very doable. Okay. But, different opinions. Danielle Kelly saying soggy pancakes. Is Danielle Kelly related to Lance Kelly? I don't know. New viewer, regardless. So shout out to Danielle, new viewer. We got Brad again saying, okay, so Jim Brenner allegedly gives rifles to Don Hately, who is charged very soon after, 12 days after Dylan's disappearance, with the possession of a .22 rifle he reportedly took from a trailer that owed him money. Could it be Chase's trailer that Hately was quietly referring to? A trailer he may well have visited with Brenner to beat up the resident and take his firearms. I think the Brenner footage was one of the rifles he gave to Hately to hold/offload. I mean, some people might call me an idiot here, but I can't remember literally everything. But what Brad is saying here is a good way of thinking. Okay, Brad? The bit, though, about Don Hately getting charged, I don't think that's correct. Don Hately was never charged or, arrested in that sense. Although he's been within the case and talked about, he's not been charged with the Dylan Rounds case or aside from it. He supposedly has, criminal history in the past. Not quite sure what that's about, but as for more recent time, he hasn't got in trouble, right? What did happen, though, after Dylan Rounds went missing and I guess the guns were passed over to Don Hately to store and hide, guess Don thought, maybe this is too risky, or I can't allow this to happen. Why is Brenner shifting it onto me, this responsibility? I might get in trouble. So whether it be Don saving his own back to appear as good, as well acting like a snake in the grass, Don surrendered the .22 rifle into the police and did an interview with an FBI agent or the police and told the story from there of what actually happened. And I believe after that, that's what led to Brenner being charged, taken in, and then way down the line, eventually officially charged with the murder and desecration of Dylan Rounds. So in a way, Don Hately is the catalyst and reason for Brenner being taken in on unrelated charges to begin with. But as for the backstory of where these items, firearms came from, like the .22 rifle, at least from my knowledge, all it's ever been worded as is Brenner went off somewhere to a trailer of a person that owed him money and took the rifle instead. That's how the story's been told, very vague. And I have told that story here and there, and no one ever corrected me, so I assume it's right. Where did it originate from? Not Candice Cooley this time. It was actually from Kurt Wadsworth in some Salty Pancakes interview. Is that any better? Well, you can be the judge of that. You share your own thoughts and opinions, okay? But what Brad mentions here is the possible link from one to another, right? Yeah. Though, when I think about it, the only point that maybe cancels out this idea is from what that Montello local said after hearing Chase during that court hearing. Chase said he got beat up by Brenner and another guy. Firearm, I think it was worded as firearms, not one but multiple, were taken off of him and then later returned back to his vehicle. That's the only bit I don't understand. Taken from him and then returned back to his own vehicle. Yeah, I don't understand. Because with Brenner, Brenner took a .22 rifle from a trailer and did not return it back, though he did pass it on to Don Haley to store, keep hold of. Bit fragmented. Possible links, but then when you hear the entire story, it doesn't quite match up. But if there's any corrections that need to be made, feel free to do so. If you can find links within that, what's just been talked about, you can in the chat or comment section. Jacqueline, maybe she should have watched more. Oh, I think Jacqueline is referring to Catherine S. last night. Catherine S. being an individual that's known Dylan Rounds since grade school and knows Candice Cooley, the mother. Catherine S. being the one accusing me of potentially writing a book about Dylan Rounds, and that's a sick thing to do, and that I've not made any progress or solved anything in this entire case. That's basically Catherine S. summed up in a nutshell. A waste of time. But Jacqueline says, maybe she should have watched more of our videos. You are nothing like Jim Terry, never in a million years. Will you be as low as that lying rat? I can't help but wonder if she's been put up to her input. Beggars belief, in my opinion. She could have told more about Dylan if she really knew him. Yeah, possibly. Like a bit more backstory, I guess. But shout out to Jacqueline. Yeah, nothing like Jim Terry. I guess that's good to know. Jacqueline saying, I fell asleep last night, just catching up on the stuff. That's fine. The video was long, understandably, and Cav later on in the night, so I get that. Bill Brooks, I guess a new viewer, shout out to Bill, saying, do you know when the court date is for Brenner? When is it going to be? Can you give us a date? Well, originally it was after the 24th of April, that court hearing, which was a failure, waste of time. The next one was going to be June the 5th, and that's fastly approaching. It's almost round the corner, though that won't be happening now, from what Candice Cooley has said in the latest East Idaho News Channel interview, which was some days ago. Candice Cooley explained, saying, because the second attorney that was appointed on the 24th of April 2023 has recently quit, just like the first attorney. So 2 more have been appointed to Brenner. I don't know if it's been successfully completed yet, but Candice Cooley said because of all that happening, June the 5th is likely not going to happen. So it's been pushed back further. What's the actual date? I don't know. I don't think Candice Cooley even knows at this moment in time. So we'll have to wait on things. Now, is it good it being dragged out this long? How would Brenner feel right now? Let's do a poll. How do you think Brenner feels knowing these court hearings, court cases are being delayed over and over again? Does he find it funny? Does he find it frustrating once it's over and done with? Or is he not fazed by it, neutral? And then choose another voting option if you wish to. Feel free to vote right now. I want to hear your thoughts on the matter. Okay. What else do we have? Catherine is looking for you. Oh no. Is that it for the comments? Okay, fair enough. Short, but straight to the point. Answered the odd question, which is successful. Now, everybody here watching, everybody in the live chat and in the background, we are now going to move on to the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page and check out the latest updates regarding Dylan's legacy, Dylan's case. Okay? Right, so this is one of the first posts. There is a couple of them. I think they do all link together. Just click that more section if it will allow me. There we go. Yesterday at 0024, saying, we are fast approaching the kickoff to Dylan Rounds' legacy with Ron's Tire and Motorsports Point S, Idaho Falls on June the 10th. Dylan's legacy is going to help so many other families in similar situations, bring so much public awareness, education, and most importantly for us, build the legacy we always knew Dylan would. We've had some amazing raffle items and lots of donations already sent in. Once again, all proceeds go to the K9 Task Force non-profit, who have helped from the beginning and are still helping to this day. For some of you that are further away, we have smaller items that can be shipped, and you will be able to purchase raffle tickets from afar. Below are some of the items that will be raffled, with more to come. You can also simply donate to the Venmo on the poster. Every penny will help this amazing team funded and be able to deploy. We'll also have some of the team members there, amazing dogs on site. They'll be more than happy to answer questions and educate the general public on the dogs and how they work. Okay, so that provides a bit of backstory to this upcoming event. So you get an idea of what is going on in the background. Besides trying to search and recover Dylan Round's remains, it's also for the future too. That's kind of like what the legacy is about. Remembering Dylan, but also moving forwards with Dylan's name to help other families out there. So the networking between different missing people and families, maybe like Aidan Clune, as we've seen recently, and then some others in between. So one of those things like a snowball, with time it will gather more and it will get stronger in a way. Let me know your thoughts down below to what you think about this. As for the K9 Task Force, I don't have it with me right now, but I'm sure we actually looked at a website in the past to do with this K9 Task Force. Candice Cooley gave a link to the website and we looked for it all, gave an in-depth backstory and description behind it and how the dogs work and the different types, the training and everything. If you are interested in that type of stuff, be sure to look back on my previous videos. It's all there. Below, we do have some of the items. Wolverine Rock and Rubber gift certificate, 2 pallets of brown yard bark, multiple pork bundles, lumber certificates, cord of firewood, Leon's Cargo donated 500 towards Dylan's legacy cause. Is this different people that have given money, donations? Looks like it. Fair enough. If you want to donate towards the raffle, please reach to Don's Tire, or you can email me an email to be added to the list. Okay. A couple of photos there of, I guess, some of the items that have been on raffle or so. Fair enough. No comments here. So that's the first one. Okay. Luckily, it did not kick me off the page this time, so that's the first. There we go. Yesterday at 0041, here's a little poster advertising it. Ron's Tyre and Motorsports 5th Annual Rib Cook-Off Fundraiser, June 10th. Register online. Terms and details must be registered by May 31st. Free to all local adults who love to barbecue. All makes a grill, smoker units welcome. Set up 7 a.m. Meat inspection at 8 a.m. Judging starts at 3 p.m. 6 individuals' ribs to turn in for judging. Okay, so what are the positions? First place, you get a Traeger Ironwood grill, a chopping block trophy, and a sauce basket. Second place, you get a Pit Boss griddle, chopping block trophy, and sauce basket. Third place, a Traeger Ranger grill, chopping block trophy, and a sauce basket. They're almost kind of the same. And it says in black at the bottom, 100% of the proceeds will go to the Dylan Rounds legacy. Okay. Anything else? We've got one comment there. Do we read it? Saying, I will be there. Fair enough. Right, good. I've not been kicked off. It's not pushed me away. We've seen that one in the past. That's an old one. 19 hours ago, Wolverine Rocks and Rubber, Idaho Falls and Pocatello Landscape Supply. What's this one then? We'd like to thank an amazing East Idaho company. Okay, Wolverine donating $350 gift certificate to Dylan's Legacy fundraiser. Each day will feature 1 to 2 fantastic businesses that have generously donated to this cause. Dylan's parents will pay 100% of proceeds forwards to the Canine Task Force organisation. We'll draw the winners June 10th during our 5th annual cook-off fundraiser. There's the tickets. Raffle tickets are $20 for one or $30 for 2 tickets. Okay. What's this one? Just some sunflowers. That's an old one there. Oh, we got some examples here. Candice Cooley, 11 hours ago. So I think this is like the K9 Task Force unit. Some of the people that may be attending this show or just showing like support and acknowledgement. So there's one of the dogs. Is that dog a German Shepherd? Looks like it, in a way. What else do we have? 13 hours. Thank you, Hampton Repairs. Donation. There we go. Check the comments quickly. Fantastic. Is there a Venmo? Candice Cooley, yes. Handling everything for us. Okay. There's another dog there. German Shepherd. IPWDA Crime Scene International Police Work Dog Association. 11 hours ago. Another dog there. I'm not sure what type of dog that is, but I'm sure some of you will be experts. Cadaver certified. So they all come in like different breeds, but they're all capable. Okay. So there's that dog for you. Got a few more there. There's a dog there with goggles on. I wonder if we can check that out in a second. We'll see. Candice Cooley, 11 hours. We have announced that we will have the K9 Task Force coming out for the Ron's Tyre and Motorsports Point S Idaho Falls benefit for Dylan's legacy on 10th of June. I want to update everyone that they are bringing 4 dogs. Not only have they dedicated their time to helping us find Dylan and many others from the beginning, now they are travelling to help us educate the public and bring awareness. We'll have the literature available that will help the public understand what makes teams like this one so amazing. They will also be running drills every hour to help people understand how these dogs and their handlers are so effective on the missions they deploy on. I think there's a bit more text. We encourage the public to come out and witness this. It is knowledge of a resource that is priceless when a loved one goes missing. Please respect the team and the fact that they absolutely cannot talk about any cases they have worked on or are currently active on. Canine Fury, Belgium Malinois Forensics, Canine Compass Border Collie, HRD and SAR, Canine Roxanne, German Shepherd Forensics, Canine Neron, Belgium Malinois Forensics. So I guess they are the 4 dogs that will be attending this event. Shows the breed of them and their speciality from the looks of it. I want to reach to the local businesses in the following areas. Please keep in mind these are not the areas they're limited to. They deploy nationwide. This is their home base. This team can use places to train, tyres, oil changes, and anything your business has to offer to keep them deployed and bring our loved ones home. Colorado, Grand Junction, Montrose, Posadas, Idaho Falls, Boise, salmon like my top, Montana, Hamilton, Derby. We got some photos of dogs. I'll try and get into them if possible shortly because I know there'll be people in the chat that do like dogs, so we can have a look at them. Okay. Jazz Gilson showing up again, saying this is absolutely amazing. Also, one thing to acknowledge, Catherine S., if you are secretly in the background, Jazz Gilson was one of the key individuals that did reach out on my channel a couple of months ago acknowledging my coverage of the Dylan Rounds case, saying it's good of what you're doing. Okay. Crystal, is there preferred business in Grand Junction and Montrose they are looking to use or info in areas they prefer to train? Okay. Anything else? Elnorma Reeves. Beautiful dogs. I just don't understand why they don't use hounds that were bred to smell. I know hounds aren't as naturally obedient or easily trainable, but it seems like a shame to pass up the abilities of that amazing nose and natural trailing drive. I could be a tiny bit biased as a... Is that an actual word, that? Isn't that supposed to be another word, that? To describe someone? I don't know. What time does it start? This would be awesome to post a video of them. Beautiful dogs. Okay. Right, so we've seen now. Can we look at the photos of the dogs? Don't think it will let me. I know it says loading, but I think when I tried it last time, it just wouldn't load in. Wonder if it refresh it. Oh. There's a dog there. Oh, I think we've got the dogs on. That's good. So we'll just go through them slowly. Is that a German Shepherd? It looks like the dog's been, prodding its nose into the ground, beeping it or booping it, because you can see the snow around his mouth and neck. There you go. That's one of them. Then we got another one here, which we did see in a previous post. There's another one, German Shepherd. Is that in the middle of a river or some kind of wash? Okay. This one I like. What's that dog doing? So what? The dog goes into the helicopter, Mustang. And it's got the goggles on, safety ones, just, I guess, to prevent anything flying in its eyes or actual flies, just to protect the dog's eyes. I understand that. It's just funny with the tongue stuck out wearing the mask. Is that another German Shepherd? It might be. Search and rescue, it's got the harness on. Yeah, bright colours as well. I'm sure I saw one canine dog in the past, a search and rescue one, and it had like a flag or some kind of aerial stuck on the side. Not implanted in the dog, but like on the harness. I don't know if that was used so you can easily track the dog, or you can't really communicate it. You can't make a phone call to the dog, but I'm sure there's a reason behind it. So yeah, there's that dog there with its tongue stuck out. Got another one there, some kind of abandoned looking building, a dog going through. I don't know if these photos are in like actual action or training ones, but you get to see some photos of dogs. Rocket Natural Stone, there's another dog there with its black paws. What's this one? Is that a military buggy? Quite a few seats in there. Wow, a lot of space. I mean, Weedleby would probably take all the seats up, but yeah. We've got same dog there from the looks of it. It kind of looks a bit skinny, but maybe there's a reason for it. There's that one, what we saw before. I bet someone's going to make comments and say that dog's almost got the same hairstyle as me. You look on top of it, that actually does look like the same hairstyle of mine. Interesting. Is that it? Okay. Just back out of that. So we went through all the photos, or as many as possible. There we go. It finally kicked me off. I wondered when it was going to do that. You annoying device. Let me just scroll back down. There we go. We're back now. This one is to do with the East Idaho News. Is this the article? Yeah, this could well be. I think this is the article. What do you call it? I forgot what you call it. Basically, it's quoting everything that was said in the video. I actually forgot the word. Completely gone blank in my mind. So we have seen this. We have. It's a transcript. It's a transcript. That's what it is. But let's just check the comments out and see what the reactions are. If anyone is reacting the same way I did when I did my analysis. Get rid of that. Praying. I'm so sorry, Candice. Taking so long. Prayers that Brenna talks. Once again, Brenna was willing to talk in the past. But Candice Cooley, Justin, don't think they'll be satisfied with it. So let's just say something very quick, right? You got Candice Cooley Justin saying that Brenna ain't talking. And then you got Candice Cooley and Justin saying that Brenna did or was going to talk, was going to open up, but I don't think we'll be satisfied with it because it will lead to Brenna possibly receiving a lesser sentence. We'll find Dylan Rounds, but down the line, if Brenna gets out, he might harm another family, and then there's more suffering. Candice Cooley Justin don't want that. If that's truly the case, if Candice Cooley and Justin are saying they will never be satisfied with Brenna and what he has to say, then you might as well quit complaining and calling out Brenna saying he's not talking. It's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So in terms of Brenna's perspective, if Brenna keeps quiet and doesn't say anything, he's criticised for not talking. And when Brenna does open up or possibly decides to open up, people will reject him and not listen because they don't feel satisfied by what Brenna has to say. You get what I'm saying? So it's okay, the general public themselves saying, oh, we hope and we pray that down the line Brenna opens up and reveals where Dylan's at. But Candice Cooley and Justin said they won't be satisfied with that. So is there any point? It doesn't seem like it. Depending on how you look at it, it just feels like now Brenna's knowledge, all of that is completely worthless and not going to happen. That's it. All that needs to be done now is to try and get lucky and find Dylan. That's how it seems. Sure, Brenna may still have the key, but it feels like people are just pushing that aside. So, what? It doesn't matter? Yeah, a bit weird. Anything else? Just prayers as normal. Bless your hearts. Thank you, Justin Candice, for this interview. It gives hope. I believe with all my heart, Dylan will be found. Did the interview give hope? As I said, that interview most recently was arguably one of the most important ones, but I wouldn't say for the reason of hope. Francis says the interview, it gives hope, and yet the opening sentence by Candice Cooley in the interview was, we have no leads. We haven't really got anywhere since. Ever since 3rd of March, when Brenna was officially charged, nothing's happened 3 months on. Yeah, that doesn't seem like hope, does it? And then the one part where it sounded like, something promising, there was one spot where dogs reacted the same way over time. Maybe some kind of scent, DNA within the area. No forensics was ever done in that area. It was lost over time. But Candice Cooley saying, we believe that this could have been the temporary spot where Dylan Rounds was buried. Once again, how does that give hope? It doesn't. It just highlights potential incompetence by certain authority out there that didn't forensically test the area at the right place at the right time. So that isn't hopeful, is it? Now, still an important video, but an important video for highlighting negatives. There'll still be positives within the interview, but maybe it's overshadowed by the other stuff. Eddie, hopefully they will find him soon. Maria, praying that Dylan is found and brought home soon. What's this one? Brought home for a proper burial and closure for the family. You were taken to young Dylan from a senseless tragedy by an evil, jealous guy. Yeah, Brenna appears to be jealous or showed signs of jealousy. When does the search for Dylan start? It's been going on for a year to this date. Mary, the police need to put more pressure on Brenna and make him talk, and they can get a court order to administer a truth serum to make him talk. Okay. Candice saying, as good as that sounds, this is not anything we will ever happen in our justice system. Right. So, is Mary saying that the only way is to truth serum Get Brenner to reveal the truth without having to make a plea deal, without having any leniency. Maybe that is the only way, and it probably is the most impossible way. And what that is to get Brenner to talk and reveal the truth without receiving any benefits, without any deal negotiations taking place. Is Brenner likely to do that? No. Because it seems like the only time when Brenner was willing to talk and open up was because he was getting something in return. Now, this is going to sound silly, right? But aside from a lesser sentence, anyone in the chat, do you think if you were to meet up with Brenner, like a little meet up in jail, wherever, and you said, here's 10 bottles of alcohol or an endless supply of alcohol, you can have it if you reveal the location of where Dylan Rounds is at, would Brenner accept? Sounds a bit silly, could be a bit out of the box, but what I'm getting at is a form of negotiation in which the family gets something out of it, which is knowledge of where Dylan Rounds' remains are at, and Brenner gets something out of it, alcohol, something he's not had for so long, but something he likes and enjoys. And, if he gets his alcohol, what happens? Well, he doesn't get out of jail, he's still locked up, but he can drink. Could it kill him because it's something he's not had for a while, and if he has quite a lot in a small space of time, alcohol poisoning? Maybe. But maybe in the eyes of some people, doesn't matter. Then you get double justice. You get the information without Brenner being released, and he might even die in the process. You see, there's these different combinations, but I don't think, realistically, that the police, the authorities in the US are going to be like, right, here's endless supply of alcohol inside a jail. I just don't think it's practical. It could work, though, if you think outside of the box. Anything else here? Truth serum won't reveal mind of James Holmes. Isn't that the 2011 Dark Knight or Batman theatre shooter? James Holmes, where he went into a theatre, movie one. I think he was on front of the stage with a rifle. Was it an AR? Possibly, and shot as many people as possible. I don't think that many died, but quite a few were injured. He was eventually taken in, and his mugshot say he dyed his hair orange or pink. Fast forward on, whilst being in jail, spending time in prison, I think at one point he converted to the religion of Islam. He grew a beard, as you see the picture there, his face. Yeah, I remember that. And this is saying that the truth serum won't reveal his mind, his truth. Okay, so maybe it doesn't work on everyone. Kind of like with a taser. When you see some people out there in this world get tased once or twice and they just stand there, 0 Fs given. Yeah, I guess some people are built differently. Anything else? Jazz. Video already posted here. Okay. May Ruiz. Police need to put more pressure on Brenner and make him talk or give him a truth serum. Repeating the same thing. Ken, there is no such thing as truth serum. Furthermore, any drugs administered to an inmate against their will likely jeopardise their constitutional rights. There you go. And Crystal saying, I live in Grand Junction. So proud folks have come together to help out, spread awareness, coordinate anything in the end. Reach out. Okay. Fair enough. So we've seen that one. Not too much mention, not too many questions. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. What's this one? Candice Cooley 11 hours ago saying, these pictures show the true impact Dylan has had on our family. My niece, McKenna, is 11 years old and has had a tough time trying to remember her cousin Dylan. She has bits and pieces of memories, but gets frustrated because she thinks she needs more. She's becoming an amazing artist with help from Ryan Simpson, who created the Dylan's Legacy logo for her family. Okay. We'll have these drawings for raffle. Let's support her. Dylan and the Canine Task Force. McKenna wants to help. Let's show her she is part of this. There we go. So I think we've got some paintings down here. They do look pretty good. The one on the right does look very detailed. Right, so it appears that Facebook is spazzing out as it's messed up the screen and it's all zoomed in now, but never mind. Just people commenting on it and reacting to the paintings. They look pretty good. As I said, the one on the right looks quite detailed, and hopefully it's zoomed in so you can see it. Tried zooming in before, but decided to click on it and then it just went all wonky. So there's the paintings, good artwork. So they'll be put on the raffle. Okay, fair enough. What's this one? 20 hours ago, some additional items, a chopping board. Are these the things that you can win as a reward? I don't know, or these are the raffle ones. Repair shop. Many wonderful. The people stepping up has poked my heart. Candice Cooley just around the family. Okay, let's just carry on. Oh, there we go. We got another photo of a dog 12 hours ago. Another German Shepherd. I said, I don't know if these are the dogs that will be attending the show. There could be. Yeah, so there's the dog. Is that it? Oh, okay. So I just wanted to share that with you because it is relevant to Dylan Round's case, relevant to the legacy, of course, upcoming events, what's going on in the background, right? Because, you know, some people will be questioning the family here and there, you know, outsiders, people on YouTube further afar. And hopefully maybe this video can help provide a backstory and an understanding of what's going on in the background with the family and what they're currently doing and what they're busy with. It might help you understand overall. And as well, this upcoming event, as I said, money raised goes towards this canine unit that's been assisting and looking for Dylan and possibly assisting looking for Aidan Clune too. You never know. And yeah, I think that's basically it for this site. Reached all the post. So be sure to share your thoughts and opinions around this, the whole Dylan Rounds events upcoming. I'm sure there'll be more in the future. As well, just to briefly acknowledge, okay, there was a delay around Dylan Round's anniversary over the Saturday and Sunday, and then a day later, followed by a day later, that's when those different news articles and coverage on YouTube came about, East Idaho News Channel. I think just before that, it was a Facebook post, then East Idaho News, then Fox 10 News, or Fox 13 News, whichever one it's called, and then No Thanks. So in terms of the order of that, I got it almost spot on. No surprise for me, because I do sense these patterns, okay? But it's just yet one of many examples, okay? Now, yesterday, just to acknowledge, there was supposed to be an analysis video yesterday to do with Candice Cooley interview on No Thanks. On No Thanks secondary channel, because his main channel got a strike once again. Does anyone know why Doug got a strike on his main channel? I personally don't know. If anyone wants to fill in the blanks, feel free, okay? The reason why that video didn't happen yesterday was because the video that was posted on Doug's channel, it started off with Doug saying, we've got this one, and then it's going to follow with a second upcoming one of actually interviewing Candice Cooley. So it hasn't actually happened yet. The video that came out on Doug's secondary channel was more to do with reflecting back on this recent East Idaho News Channel interview. Doug playing the video, reacting to it, sharing his thoughts, as well as reading out and reacting to that Rolling Stone article of Jim Terry, okay? So that was pretty much it. There was no need to be looking at it because we have looked at that stuff already. But I will be on the lookout for the next Candice Cooley interview, see how it goes, maybe in a more semi-formal setting. She might say more, or she could contradict herself. We'll just see how things go. I do understand, though. I do understand when it comes to contradictions. Is it appropriate picking up on them towards someone like Candice Cooley? I can understand it's not appropriate in a way, because at the end of the day, they are suffering because Dylan Rounds, their son, has gone missing, so they can't be perfect and they won't be accurate. But it is still important to acknowledge the inconsistencies, so when people do follow the case, they don't get confused themselves, right? I know people will say, well, they're already confused regardless, but it just helps limit it. And it's also important to identify what is what, because if you don't, what do you really believe in? It can get a bit tricky. It's worked, at least in my head, in my opinion, up to now, the way I've gone about stuff. And as well, the only reason why I personally pick up on so many inconsistencies, more so the keyword contradictions, and maybe the odd bit of hypocrisy here and there within the case, whether it be towards YouTubers, Candice Cooley, other family members, I don't know. Could be anyone. Anyone could be capable. The only reason why I pick up on it so much and so deep and accurate is because I really have extensive experience with coming across that type of behaviour in the past. Take in mind, I'm only 23. A lot happened in the past. I picked up on a lot. I can't get the word out. I identified a lot too. Okay, come across people in the past that displayed some very big contradictions at times, deep levels of hypocrisy, and then obviously the times of where you're trying to make sense of it, trying to understand them, or trying to understand the situation where you almost torture yourself in a way, trying to make sense of stuff. So whilst people might be getting entangled and getting confused and headaches in this case, maybe like Tom Evans at times, which is understandable, maybe Indiana at times, and there'll be other people too, getting confused with the case, not knowing what to think at times. I technically went through that in the past and much more, to the point where I actually made myself ill, tired. I lost a significant amount of weight for all this thought processing and other bits and bobs in between. 2021, one of the key dates, key years. Individual out there, little, can't use the words because obviously YouTube will tell me off, okay? But I guess in a way, this, what do you call it? It wasn't planned, but it was like a form of resistant training. So it has helped me in a case like this to pick up on stuff. So I'm able to like be a bit more sharper than other people. But because I pick up on more things, then it could be considered being very picky, nitpicky, and being negative. But no, it's just observations. It's just that I'm built different, so I pick up on things differently, but it does work. So there is that. Anything else to acknowledge before we move on? Shack Lady has gone quiet. Don't know what's gone on there. Bob Farrell, I guess, active on YouTube recently, doing his videos, his streams. Really, is there anything else to talk about? There's like videos I need to upload, right, to do with Dylan Rounds, backstories, previous events. Just need to get a little bit more information about them. So like the fishing trip or fishing trips, different points and times. If there's any named locations or coordinates, you know, they could be listed down below or maybe in an email. That would be good, so then it can be mapped out on Google Earth and go from there to tell the story of possibilities, right? Some other events in between, some other loose information to get through. But, you know, when it gets a bit loose and fragmented, it's best doing dedicated videos to them instead of mashing them up as one. that does not work. So if they are individual dedicated ones, they could be shorter, right? I know some people have a bit of a hissy fit when it comes to short videos, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I do understand it's good to mix it up, though when it does come to doing the video, when I say it's going to be short, it tends to be long, and when I say it's long, it tends to be short. Well, not quite. It's a bit all over. But this is the thing, I don't know how long the video is going to be when I start talking about the stuff. I have no clue. I can't, that's one thing I can't predict, the length of my videos as soon as I start the video itself. Why? Because it's natural and a natural flow, which is something other channels out there lack. Now, I guess another thing to acknowledge, we had a few returning faces popping up last night. Kaylee showed up. She made her presence known. Kaylee, also known as Kaylee. Okay. She was laughing a lot. I could almost hear it through the screen. Okay, you can just imagine it. You got Kaylee there, leaving quite a few different comments. Yeah, Kaylee. Keep laughing for me, Kaylee, please. Yeah, so you had that, which, you know, is what it is. She did respond back to one of my comments or something, so, yeah, in a way, people won't approve of it, but shout out to Kaylee for just popping on in, I guess. And, yeah, that's about it there. We also saw Mr. X. Mr. X showed up last night with an alternative account, which I guess Kaylee acknowledged considered as ban evading. Is that really the case? Maybe most of the time it would be considered that. I'm just trying to think, because people were saying that Mr. X channel was under Jim Terry's email. So when Jim Terry's channel was taken down, Mr. X channel was taken down too, because it was under the same email. So if Mr. X has created an account on YouTube in his own email, then it's technically not ban evading, right? Though if Jim Terry, I guess, created an alt account on YouTube now, then you could say that's ban evading, because his main channel's been taken down and he's trying to work his way around it. Though that didn't happen. Mr. X, yes, has his own channel, but was under Jim Terry's email. So when Mr. X creates that alternative account with that orange profile picture, you'd assume it's under Mr. X's email, whatever that is. Though if it was also under Jim Terry's email, then yeah, then you could call it ban evading, something like that. That's basically what Kaylee was referring to. Was there really much else to say? Mr. X, I don't know why he was present. I guess it's just because some of his followers were here and he wanted to chat with them whilst minimising the volume, so putting me on mute. But, you know, we can do sign language at the end of the day. You know, even if I'm talking right now and it's like, what's he saying? Can't quite understand, can't hear you, you know. Should we get the magical Pandora box out? Yes. Here's Miss T's Pandora box. Or it could be Bette Hayward's with her owl tucked within. Though Watcher of Crazy said she did steal it, which is unfortunate, but at the end of the day, muted or not, one thing that is universal and, you know, translates across many oceans, depths and seas is the magic box. Ooh, how naughty. Sorry. It appears it's not working. The machines, the cogs, I think it's broken. That's a shame. Let me just put it down. Oh, it won't go back down. Might need some work. Okay, I don't know what went on there. That wasn't supposed to happen. Very, very sorry. Hopefully no one was triggered or developed PTSD from that. But don't worry, I've got my special safe space towels at disposal if you need them to wipe away your tears, okay? The only thing what I will say is when Mr. X refers to flavour and taste and others out there lacking it and originality, why does Mr. X say that, considering he dresses as a character from Resident Evil, known as Mr. X? So basically, Mr. X on YouTube lacks the originality because he's potentially copying, incorporating Mr. X from the Resident Evil game series. Yeah. At least I show my face. You know, I know humans out there say behind a keyboard, behind a screen, yeah. But just like in real life, people can hide behind dogs and get the dogs to do all the talking and biting. People can hide behind a gun. People can hide behind a steering wheel, do hit and run. Online, offline, it does not matter. There will always be an object for cowards to hide behind. It can also apply to clothing as well, you know. I do wear mask at times, but obvious, it's light-hearted. Though I don't have to rely on cloth to conceal my face 24/7. Why? Well, I'd get a bit too warm. It wouldn't be comfortable for me. And I just can't be bothered. Anyway, so with that all out the way, split down the middle, we now move on to the next thing. And what that next thing is Warlike Wrath's story time, whether I like it or not. So, from covering Pancake's GoFundMe last night, I guess his little secret agent club, or maybe Scarecrow Posse Gang, or the Potato Pickers might have been, you know, on alert, passed it on to Pancake's mind a little bit discombobulated, maybe spider senses tingling and thinking, right, let's focus on Wrath. And that's what happened. It appears that Salty Pancakes has exposed Warlike Wrath in a little bedtime story. So we're going to read it out right now and, you know, see what it's all about. Let's head on over. Here we are on Salty Crew's website. Is this under politics, spirituality, law and crime, true crime, think tank? Right, interesting. I don't know what voice you want me to say it in, but I'll just pick one at random. Salty Pancakes, 13 hours ago. The Hoes Expose. A Warlike Wrath story. The Hoes Exposee. Interesting. So let's begin reading. Once upon a time, in a vast world of YouTube, there was a flamboyant and eccentric YouTuber named Warlike Wrath, known for his wild personality, outlandish outfits, and ever-changing wigs. Warlike Wrath had amassed a significant following of loyal fans. However, behind the scenes, he led a double life that even his most devoted subscribers were unaware of. Warlike Wrath, whose real name was actually Warren, operated a secret criminal organization with a team of misfits. His posse consisted of Sea Org, a tall and burly man with a mysterious past, Ron Tello, a smooth-talking con artist, and Bette Hayward, a cunning and deceptive strategist, and Miss T, a tech-savvy hacker. Together they were known as the Wig Brigade, feared by many for their unconventional methods and unscrupulous actions. Whilst the world was captivated by Warlike Wrath's YouTube persona, a mastermind genius named Salty Pancakes from the US had been tirelessly working on a complex investigation. Salty Pancakes was known for his uncanny ability to solve the most enigmatic puzzles and uncover hidden truths. His relentless pursuit of justice had earned him a reputation as the go-to detective for mysterious cases. Salty Pancakes had recently stumbled upon a series of strange occurrences involving the illicit hose trade. As he dug deeper into the matter, he started connecting the dots, just like Warlife back, and noticed a peculiar pattern emerging. The trail led him to a shady hose wholesaler from the United Kingdom, operating under the radar. But little did Pancakes know that this hose wholesaler was none other than Warlike Raff and his infamous Whig Brigade. As Salty Pancakes delved further into his investigation, he began to notice subtle hints and clues pointing towards the true identities of the Whig Brigade. Whilst the world celebrated their YouTube shenanigans, Salty Pancakes realised that the extravagant Warlike Raff and his posse were involved in an elaborate scheme to smuggle hose. Determined to expose the truth, Salty Pancakes meticulously gathered evidence, decoded encrypted messages, and uncovering secret meetings. He knew that the Whig Brigade was a force to be reckoned with, but his sharp intellect and unwavering determination gave him an edge. The day of reckoning finally arrived when Salty Pancakes confronted Warlike Raff and his posse. In a climactic showdown, Salty Pancakes revealed his findings to the world, exposing the hidden criminal activities of the Whig Brigade. The YouTube sensation was unmasked, leaving his followers shocked and disheartened. As the authorities moved in to apprehend Warlike Raff and his goons, Salty Pancakes ensured justice was served. The hose smuggling operation was shut down, and the Whig Brigade members faced the consequences of their actions. In the aftermath, the world slowly began to heal from the deception, and Salty Pancakes gained recognition for his brilliant detective work. The tale of the Whig Brigade and their secret life as hose wholesalers became a cautionary story, reminding people to question the true motives behind their favourite online personalities. And so, the once mighty Warlike Raff and his posse faded into obscurity, a stark reminder that even the most colourful and entertaining personalities can hide dark secrets beneath their wigs. Salty. That appears to be the story. 12 likes, 5 comments, probably all from Kathy Waters. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to process the 5 stages of grief after reading that. Just bear with me. Yeah, I feel sorry for Betty Hayward. Betty Hayward getting dragged into everything. Apologies, Betty. Miss T, I don't know what you think about this, but yeah, very interesting. I mean, it looks like game over. Looks like it's game over. The handcuffs are on. And this time, Miss T is not responsible. But you know what? In a time like this, regardless, all you have to do, and I need everyone in the chat right now, I don't care if you're lazy, clap your hands together firmly and look up to the sky. What we need is deliverance in live action right now. Everybody in the chat, put the hands together for Tyler Bless Me More Fella. Okay? Tyler Feller. Top of the morning, Tyler Feller. Can you bless me from these shackles so I can whip the potato pickers senseless? Come on, Tyler. Yeah, Tyler, give me the strength to break free. I want to break free. Yeah. There we go. The cuffs are off. Oh, sorry. Let me just bless myself. Let me just bless myself, make myself a little bit wet. And as well, at the same time, add in some little fake tears just to show how much emotion I'm expressing from reading that story. And you know what? I've got to express a few emotions for Kaylee's presence last night. Can't believe she actually came back. Oh my God, it's such a heartwarming moment. Oh my God. Am I crying enough? Yeah. Oh my God, look at all these tears. Look at poor Raffi. This is what poor Raffi looks like when Raffi is upset. Do you want to see Raffi upset? No? Well, feel free to go to the prostitution. I mean the PayPal, okay? There you go. There we go. We've got the blessings left, right, and center all over the place. And I'm sure what someone will do is some kind of little edit with these saying, oh, look at Raf's wig. Oh, the wig is weeping. There we go. But I'll say one thing, Pancakes. You made one vital error, okay? You seem to underestimate things at times. You're talking about that crew, that posse of people, okay? You were missing one key member, Brenda. You forgot Brenda. How could you forget Brenda? She is right here.
You don't know who Brenda is. Brenda comes at the Uganda ways. You show me that way. Show me that way. You ain't even present. What the hell are you doing, man? Do you not even see me? I am here. It is not Belle Vie. That was just a joke. No, this is Brenda. I have not eaten for a long time. I have not no water. I need some help. I need recovering. I need to be shown the way. Please show me the way. Send me the directions. Please, I need the help.
See, this is what I mean. Do not be upsetting Brenda, Pancakes. It's not a good idea. You think about it like a shrunken head. Yeah, are we going to do some voodoo?
You go ajida eleboa. Ya wa ligeda. Is wa boy the grass on you wa boy. This all the pancakes, all the existence are out. I curse you in the name of that Lord. I curse you in the name. I ban you in all the demonic possession. You have no clue to get out. I strike you. I strike you with fire. I strike you with fear. I strike you in the might of Jesus Christ. You understand? You understand me? Yes.
See what you do? Bless me. So, aside from that, I guess one thing to acknowledge there. I don't know if you saw it, Watcher of Crazy, but there appears to be a pocket upon the nip. You know what that means? You kind of get a little bit closer to it. So, if this was Watcher's hand, what we need is Watcher's hand. There we go. Come on, Watcher's hand. Yeah, come on. Come on, Watcher. See? There you go. So not only do you keep your tips warm, you kind of feel the Earth's core surface. How does it feel, Watcher of Crazy? Do you feel in touch with nature? Are you now interconnected? I know you said you had the USB port ready for the cord to be injected within to start the data transfer. Well, there you go. There you go. The hand is deeply in the pocket. There you go. It's poking out the other side. Easy there. Easy there. You don't want to scratch anything. Get back out. What are you doing, Watcher of Crazy? You're going in and out with your hands. Whoa. Stop going so fast. It makes me double think to why your hand is so red raw. I don't think you were using Betty Hayward's paint pot. No. Whoa. Calm it down, Watcher of Crazy. I think that's time there. But that aside, there is always room for a little more action, right? There was always room for more action, don't you worry. There we go, it's right at the correct angle, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I'm ready. My question is, are you ready? Well, get in now, man. Yeah, round 2, man. Round 2, backhand. What was that? I'm sorry. Have you never been introduced to the 360 Holy Whip of Wrath? Well, there you go. Bless the Lord. 360's in. There you go. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's bringing back bad memories. Isn't it? Isn't it? Potato Man. Yeah? A 5-star review equals a 5-star whip performance. Yeah. Look at that, it's dented. It's dented a little bit more. And of course, the buckle. You ready for the buckle? Buckle up. Oh, wow. That's not good, is it? It's really not good. I don't think Pancakes likes that. Pancakes is just laying there. It makes me think, is he laying there because he just wants more or because he's completely defeated? I mean, same could be said about the YouTube channel. Yeah, I think that's enough for now. Come on. Walk it off. Walk it off. There you go. Right. I think that will do, to be honest. There we go. I think, though, with all that aside, Arizona Traveler, after reading that pancake story, from the looks of it, Arizona Traveler being a fanatic of pancakes, a worldwide supporter from stretch to stretch, Arizona Traveler, after reading that story, is probably going to have wet dreams tonight thinking about pancakes and all those wigs. I guess good for him. It is what it is. But don't worry, deliverance can always be brought in to cleanse any unnecessary behaviour. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there for now. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you do have any questions regarding the Dylan Rounds case, or even anything else in between, make sure to leave a comment down below. And if you've got information you want to share, you can list that down below. And yeah, there is a link to my previous video if you want to check that out. But for now, we'll just await and see what happens next. If there is any breaking news, any more of that. If not, I'll just focus on with my other video projects and go from there. I'll see you next time. Goodbye and good night.